Hi, my name is Katalin. I'm the owner of POW, MMA and Fitness in Chicago Krav Maga. And I want to go over some drills that you can do to improve your stance. Boxers blade their stance out, and as you start introducing things like kicks, elbows, and knees, the stance starts to open up. But in Krav and self-defense, or sometimes people call it even an MMA stance, you're a little bit more open. And really what I try to get my students to understand is that my right leg goes on the right side of my body under my right shoulder, and my left leg goes on my left side. They don't hover underneath me with my shoulders out here. So a fun drill to do, and all I did was take a rev gear boxing wrap and I tied it pretty low, is I use the wrap as my center of gravity. That's where my middle of my weight should be shifted. So when I am advancing forward and back, it just helps me to always correct my stance. So when students are sliding their feet around and they become too narrow, they can readjust. I can add the same thing to this by kicking and coming back to my stance. Even though I'm striking at my 12 o'clock position or at the midline of my bag, when my foot returns to my stance, it still is going to come back to the right side. I can continue to do this, and this is a great exercise to do all by yourself if you have a bag at home. It's just tie a string across the bottom of the bag. I can do the same thing with my kicks. A lot of beginners, when they're working on recoiling their kick, they over-rotate and then their stance becomes profile. And this will just point it out and make it really obvious. So, come back, always coming back to your stance. Granted, this isn't going to give me that circular movement, diagonal movement, but for basic advancing and retreating and understanding the fundamentals of keeping your feet intact and in a really anchored stance is an important part of progressing, and it's really hard to work on movement in a circle if you haven't accomplished this yet. So give that a try. It's a pretty easy thing to rig at home if you have a bag, and I promise you're going to improve your footwork. Thank you.